Hi, Madra John Madden in my van. I slept for a while and it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting here obsessed with both the central heartbreak. I guess it's a double heartbreak of my life. One is that my son has disowned me, and more importantly, that he has thrown away such an important relationship and such a resource for him, and that he's living a lie about me. And I spent the summer of 21 in Louisville, Kentucky, his town, trying to get through to him, both so that I could have him back and have a relationship with him of some kind, but more because I feel a parental responsibility. Archetypally, the mother is the nurturer and the father is the guide. And maybe I never did enough. Maybe I did too much nurturing and not enough guiding. But I felt a need to take one last try to wake him up about the error of his ways, the way he's living out of integrity. That his mom, who is a Scorpio and has a terrible Scorpio sting behind her facade of the nice nurturing mother, I felt the need to say, you're going to live the rest of your life desperately trying to earn her approval. You haven't grown up, man. You need to grow up. You need to be a separate individual person who could challenge her. And the most direct, most, I want to say nasty, but the most bracing way I put it was, if you continue on this path, your tombstone ought to read, he managed to get through this life without pissing anybody off. Because that's what he's doing. He's trying to keep himself in his comfort zone and everybody else in comfort with him. He's a black man, a self-identified, biracial, but self-identified black man in Breonna Taylor's town who has never lifted a finger to work for justice or vindication for her. When I went there, the really fine Speed Art Museum had a terrific exhibit about her life. I said, could you go to that exhibit with me? Just go to the exhibit. Don't go to a protest with me. You don't have to do the Black Lives Matter thing, which I did for the summer of 21. But do that for yourself. No, and that was the last conversation he was willing to have with me. It was two conversations. We had a 2-hour visit that was like old times, and then he snapped to and said, what am I doing? I hate you. You never cared about me. Never, ever have ever been there for me. And it flew in the face of so much real hard information, including that I got there the Sunday before Father's Day, and I knew after he had said, that's it, you'll never hear from me again. I knew I wouldn't, or a good chance that I never would. But his best friend, not anymore, but who had been his best friend in his teen years, which was the last time our relationship was vital, called me and said, Tara told me that you were in town. I said, did he tell you he's never going to talk to me again? No, he couldn't do that. You were the Nads. You were the great dad. I always wished you were my dad. But, the bottom line was that I was a super duper long distance dad, and he never got over that heartbreak. And it's deep grieving. I mean, I in his honor did grieving, let myself go deep into what it was like for that 2-year-old to come home to a house where I wasn't there. I was 2 blocks away and had him half of each week, but then I moved back to Chicago when it was clear I wasn't getting anywhere with him. I needed to get back to my life. So it's on my mind again. I go long periods of time just enjoying my wonderful life, because I have a pretty wonderful life these days, the best ever, ever, unbelievably good, really, and vital, and full of integrity, and bold, and willing to rock the boat, willing to eschew or not live for approval, just not live for approval, but the only approval I need is my own heart, my own conscience. And he could gain from that. He could ride along with his dad and create more integrity and courage in his life, but he won't. And I do keep pitching, you know. I oscillate between months of saying, okay, forget him, just move on with your life, and then going, no, he's my kid. It's my job to try. So I'll try again. And it's not clear he ever reads my messages or listens to the videos I send him. I may never stop trying periodically. The last big one was about 3 months ago. And it was just reaching out. What I did 3 months ago was just reach out and say, hey, can we talk? And then I sent him a video that I called my apology tour, when I really, in a very heartfelt way, said, here's where I let you down. And the biggest one being Jennifer, my big love of my adult life, did not like him. And I got caught in the middle and didn't stick up for him enough, didn't fight for him enough. And that was the end of our relationship. So, do I have regrets? Yeah, sure, regrets. Do I blame myself? No, I did the best I could. I always tried. And tried to get him to talk to Dean. He's got stories for you. He's got a story about how Sandy wounded him and how he's been afraid of her ever since. That's you too. That's your story. Because when you were a wild adolescent, and not so wild, honestly, she tore into you and really made clear that you were killing her. You were ruining her life. And so you're trying to make up for it forever. Looks like. Good dad, good partner, but not a good man. No. Not a man at all, actually. Sad. So, that's been on my mind a lot this morning, and I feel such a responsibility to teach. If I don't have the guts to teach by that part of my story, then I'm not the man I'm wanting to be. Yeah. Okay, maybe now I'll sleep. I think I will. Probably will. All right, bye.